Are we live? Are we live? Are we live? I think we're live. How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C. Thanks for hanging out on a Whiskey Wednesday night. Glad to see everybody hanging out, getting ready for a really fun night tonight. As you saw, it is round 4 for Dan the Man Trout to make us look like idiots as we're trying to figure out what he sent us. So should be a fun night tonight. So I'm going to go to the chat first and see who is hanging out in the chat. Say hi to y'all in there. Let me see. We have Eric Wade out in California. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Let's see. Miguel Torres is in the house. We have John Watson, Brian Brennicky. Let's see. Pressman's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Carl H is here. Rostislav Traps, good to see you, buddy. Joseph Brazo, what's up, man? Brandon Weiss. Let's see. Steven Sussman's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. Michael Hassett's here. Eric Waite is back. Graham Young's in the house. Nice to see you, Graham. Thanks for coming in. Let's see who else we got in here. Rick Haskew, nice to see you as always. Carl H. Cap and Make It Happen. How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you, John. Thanks for coming in. Who else we got in here? Cap and Make It Happen. So, Captain 3D is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Rarebird 101. How you doing, David? Nice to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Pete McNell. How you doing, Pete? That's a new name. I haven't seen you in here yet. Or if I haven't, I've missed you, but thanks for coming in. Moo76 is in the house. How you doing? Montana Thrasher. What's up, buddy? Scotch Comics in the house. Joe F. We got more people coming in. Awesome. So for those of you tonight who have not watched one of these blind tastings, basically I have 2 very special guests to come on. So why don't we say hi to my buddy Scott over at My Bourbon Journey. If you don't know his channel, go check him out. Say hi to everybody, Scott.
Hey guys, how's it going? Glad to be doing the 54th annual blind sample tasting. This is always good. Jason, thanks for having me on. Dan, thanks for sending the samples as always. I'm looking forward to another embarrassing night. So,
and of course, the provider of these wonderful samples and the devious mind behind these blind tastings, everyone, Dan Trout, Dan the Man Trout. How you doing, buddy?
Very well, Jason, Scotty. Thank you guys, as always, for having me on. It's always fun messing with you guys. So this one's going to be a lot of fun too. I think you're going to be very surprised at what you're trying here. So
yeah, Dan has been scheming about this one for a couple weeks now. He's kind of getting his fingers ready with his evil pose, getting ready for us to try this stuff. So so what we're going to be doing tonight, guys, is how this works. Scott and I will be going through these. We have 4 samples tonight, as you can see. We have A, B, C, D. Obviously, we don't know what's in here. We're going to be tasting, rating, trying to maybe make some guesses, our ridiculous guesses that don't mean anything, and try to see if we can figure out what's in these glasses. Dan always sends amazing, really unique stuff. So it should be a lot of fun. But before we get started, I posted a poll today. And I want to read you guys the results because it all had to do with, with tonight's tasting. So here's the poll. So the poll was, so tonight's poll question is, how bad do you think Dan will stump me and Scott? So the choices were Scott and Jason will know all. Scott and Jason may guess 2. Scott and Jason are lucky if they guess 1. And the last one is Scott and Jason are in for a long night as Dan points and laughs. So tied, we got 15 votes in, and tied at 33% were Scott and Jason are in for a long night as Dan points and laughs. And Scott and Jason are lucky if they guess 1. So those are the poll results.
Yeah, well, I'm glad everybody has as much confidence in us as we have in ourselves. So that's good.
Yes. Well, a couple questions came through I want to answer real quick. Eric Wade, I did try the Ardbeg drum. I'm letting it open up a little bit before I review it, but that one's coming up soon. Scotch Comic, Jason, surprised you're not watching the Blue Jackets playing. Remember Scotch Comic? I grew up in New York, and the Rangers are out of it. Rangers are my team, so I'm happy for the Blue Jackets, but they're playing the Lightning in the first round, and that team is just stacked. So we'll see. I don't know. Everyone wanted them to get into the 7 seed, so they didn't have to play the Lightning, but they just snuck into the last seed, and now they're playing the Lightning, unfortunately. So William Davilar said I would refresh that survey. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it changed.
What are we at now?
39% Scott and Jason for long night as Dan points and laughs.
I think he's right.
Yeah. All right, guys. So also tonight we're gonna be giving away 2 of these samples from Dan. We're gonna send out 2 from Dan from whatever we pick out, and I'm also gonna give away 2 tonight. So we'll have 4 samples we're gonna give away total. So it should be a fun night. So Scott, I am ready.
Add me to the mix in there. I'll throw in a couple of something as well.
Yeah, you're gonna throw in a sample too?
Yeah, I'll throw in a couple.
All right. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
We got Loch Ness is here. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming in. Got more people coming in. We got Malta to Montreal. We got Swami out in Canada. Said, sup, Jason. F hockey for the next 2 years.
What's up, Swami?
What's up, Swami? Thanks for coming, buddy. Here we go.
Swami.
That's your cymbal crash. Very, very cool. Hey, ADHD Fishing is in the house. I'm gonna win. But we got a lot of samples we're giving away, so we just have to make sure we stop and give away some of these samples. So
yeah.
All right. So let's are you ready to get into this, buddy?
Let's do it.
I'm ready. I'm ready to watch you guys struggle here. So
I know. I'm already
as my grandmother would say, Dan, son of my beach. Okay.
These are some flavorful bourbons here, if you will. So I'm waiting to see what you guys think. So.
I've already started on A. For me, it's like a big old like fruit bomb, like a big dark fruit.
Yeah,
it's extremely fruity. This is
the
one clue that Dan did give us for all these 4 were that they were all flavor bombs, and judging by some of the noses here, he was definitely right.
I did cheat a bit. I did smell them a little bit before, and I'm anxious to get to D. I can tell you that.
Yeah, me too, man. D smells amazing.
Yeah,
dude, this is this is extremely. I wouldn't say that this is finished, or maybe it is, but I'm getting a good amount of rye on the note here. Good rye kick.
Yeah, I think it's a higher rye for sure. So
yeah.
What do you think? What do you think proof wise?
What were you saying, Dan?
I said, I get a lot of light honey.
Yeah, I can see that for sure. Definitely get a little bit of corn.
Like an aged vanilla on this one.
Scotch Comic is asking sherry bomb. I wouldn't say sherry bomb.
No,
not at all. There's more of a rye spice in here, but there is a I'm getting a lot of honey and like orange blossom in this.
Yeah.
And there's a nice like kind of like oak and corn presence there as well.
Brian Walsh is guessing Angel's Envy rye. I don't think so because
I don't think it's
not getting the rum. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Tammy Brennicke's in the house. How you doing, Tammy? Tammy and Brian, the whiskey power couple, along with George Kaplan and Amy W. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Yeah, I get a little bit of cinnamon. A little cinnamon down in there too.
Yeah, you can get that for sure.
Oh yeah, this is a very, very interesting, well-balanced nose. I'm thinking, I don't have any guesses yet. I'm going to taste it. You ready to go in, Scotty?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers to everyone out there for the first dram. Hey, Bayou Drams is here. How you doing, buddy?
Oh.
Woo.
Oh, dude, that's got some proof to it. Woo.
Yeah. I think that's one you got to I needed a little like a pre-sample of something before I hit that bad boy. Holy moly.
I get a chocolate, like a chocolatey on the back end, like a chocolatey oak.
That thing just lit up my palate. I got to go in for another quick sip here.
Yeah.
I
get that too, Dan.
I guess some kind of light fruit. I can't really figure out what it is though.
Oh yeah, that's a big chocolate. That's like eating something out of an edible arrangement.
Yeah, that's very very chocolatey.
Nice balance of spice to it though.
It leaves a very lingering spice to it. It leaves.
Yeah.
I'm getting that big rye kick on the end, but it is fruity and sweet though too.
Is there a chance this is a Russell's pick?
Maybe.
Notice he shakes his head side to side when he says maybe, like he's saying no. He's like maybe.
Boy, I don't know. For some reason, it's just kind of.
Are you thinking it's within that? You thinking it's within that family?
I don't know. I think now you're dropping hints a little bit.
Or
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, some people are saying foolproof pick for maybe 1792, but it doesn't taste as 1792 picks. And I've said it before. For me, come in extremely on the hot side. I've only had a few that has a good balance to it. Most of them really punch with the alcohol, and on the second and third sips, that's not really happening here.
I mean, mine's still lingering on the back of the
palate. It's a really nice long finish.
Yeah.
I mean, my first inclination would think it's some kind of rye or high rye, but
that chocolatey, it's like a chocolatey something, some kind of fruit on the back. I can't pick it out.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I got right away. I got like a big like fruit note, like right off the nose right away. But I get a lot more oak and chocolate as the finish kind of starts to set in.
Yeah. Eric Wade says somebody should do a live blind tasting with 4 people while playing poker and smoking cigars.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I can make that happen. As far as but see, the fruitiness it's like juicy fruit gum on the nose. Oh, is this the juicy fruit pick? Oh,
well, huh?
Maybe.
Yeah. No. That time he shook his head up and down. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh boy.
That's good.
So you guys have both guessed in the Russell's family here.
I don't know. I'm still half of me wants to say Russell's. The other half of me wants to say a rye, some kind of rye. I don't know.
Boy, I'm not getting that like as like a straight up rye though.
I don't know. I feel like that's all I'm getting on the nose, and I'm just getting like a high, like either a very high rye or just a rye. But
boy. And let me know now that you say that, do you like if you nose it a little bit, do you get any dill on this a little bit? I mean, I'm thinking it's a high rye. I don't think it's a rye, but
how many times can we say rye?
Rye.
Scotch Comics said Booker's rye. They're also guessing maybe a Whistle Pig. It could be a Whistle Pig because Whistle Pig tends to be a little bit on the sweeter side.
Yeah, that's true. Boy, I don't know.
It's definitely not Booker's rye because Booker's rye is that's on another level. And I've had Booker's rye before. I feel like I'd be good enough to guess if there was a Booker's rye.
If I bow out of this competition right away, will I be considered a loser?
ADHD Fishing asked if the Juicy Fruit, a Knob Creek rye pick. It's actually our Russell's pick, a Russell's Reserve pick.
I don't know. That's what I'm sticking with. I think for some reason this is a Russell's. So
I have one. I'm just not going to tell you if it's this or not.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I could see that. I mean, the more sips I take, definitely kind of going away from being a rye. So I would maybe get in that camp with you, being some kind of a Russell's pick. All right.
All right, I had to write a couple notes down there. So,
Scotch Comics said Dickel's rye. I don't know. Dickel's has a very specific funk to it. So
Yeah, it does. This isn't. I don't think this is anything Dickel.
I should have told you guys to get some oyster crackers.
Yeah,
I just have a lot. I just have a lot of water.
I'm going to
This
get
next
some.
one's going to play with you a little bit.
Hey Dan, since we're giving away so many samples tonight, why don't you do the first giveaway tonight?
All right, I don't have a question on hand. I didn't think of one yet.
What the hell? You're so unprepared. Okay.
I'm slacking, man. I'll blame it on Scott.
Okay, I'll ask this question. So this will be the first question of the night. This is what you're gonna win. So basically, how this is gonna work, guys, you're gonna pick A, B, C, or D of well, actually, what are the choices, Dan, that you're gonna give away tonight out of these letters?
I'll do any.
Really? Any? Okay. All right. So we're gonna ask a question. You pick A, B, C, or D, and Dan will send you that sample. But you have to wait to the end of the to tonight's show to find out what exactly you are getting. So the first time we ever did this with Dan, the first one we ever did, what was the winning dram that night? What was the dram that me and Scott voted the best?
Ooh, that's a good one. You
Like,
don't have to leave the chat for that one.
Yeah, got to see who remembers.
I have to like think back to like the 54th one we did, the very first one of the 54. Now I've got to try to think back to what we actually chose.
Yep.
Ooh.
I remember it very clearly.
Got a couple guesses coming through.
Yep.
Some people are calling out some winners, but they're not from the first one. We got 60 in the chat. How are we supposed to know? Well, if you watch, then you would know.
That's how you would know. Yep.
Yeah. Antonio said Scott doesn't remember himself.
I do remember.
I'll give you guys a hint. It's made by Buffalo Trace. That's the only hint I'm going to give you.
Did somebody guess it already?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Pappy, Michter's Toasted Barrel. Oh, Eagle Rare, Blanton's. Oh, you guys are getting close.
They're getting there. Benchmark. Antonio.
Well, if let's see. Nobody's. Could it be Buffalo Trace? No. If anyone's, I'll go back in the chat and see who said it first. Somebody named the brand, but not the specific one. Let's see. It is,
I think,
Brian Walsh. Oh, Peter White.
Yeah.
Peter,
he did say it.
Right away, actually. Yeah.
Peter White's got
Peter
it.
did get it.
All right, Peter White, you got it, man. It was the Colonel E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof.
Yeah.
That was a good question.
Yeah, that was the first one that we did, and we were blown away. It won like hands down. So good job, Peter White.
It's a phenomenal bottle. I think all three of us have one, correct?
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah. I actually went through one, and I got a second one because I loved it so much.
Yeah, I need to work on mine a little more.
Let's see. All right, so don't worry, guys. We have way more drams that we're giving away tonight. So if you were close, I'll try to ask an easier question. That one was a little crazy.
Brian Walsh. He says I got robbed. Brian.
All right. So Peter White. I think I have your email. I'll give that over to Dan. We could get you a sample. So, all right. Let's go to letter B, buddy.
Oh, now did we? For the sample that was just one, what is it of?
Peter White. Yeah, Peter White's got to choose a letter. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Is it going to be A, B, C, or D, Pete?
It's a bit of a risk not knowing what anything is. So
I know you don't know what everything is, but
that's part of the fun.
Yeah.
It could be Benchmark.
It could be. That's just being sent to Antonio. That's it.
Is this where we point and laugh at all the wrong answers? Yeah, maybe.
Oh, he's going with A.
Peter selected A.
You picked A? Okay. He was going to go with A. All right.
Well, he must like the taste of confusion.
Yeah. Apparently, bourbon can cause short-term memory loss. Absolutely. All right. All right. Now we're going to be here. Let's go.
All right. Boy.
What the hell is that?
Like bubblegum sweetness.
I don't know. There is like a bubblegum sweetness to it.
Yeah, man. That smells like bubble tape.
Yeah, it really does.
Maybe.
That's interesting.
I don't know. Your first two choices, Dan, are like chewing gum. So I don't know where you're going with this.
Yeah. Yeah, like 1 and 2, smell very similar, except for A was a little stronger, kind of. Boy.
Yeah, see, Joseph Brazo said Angel's Envy. I would think Angel's Envy with this nose because it's just Angel's Envy smells like gum and circus peanuts on the nose.
I mean, when I originally cracked this open, this was I get the same smell. So
Swami said it's Big League's new bourbon. Yeah, it's like Big League Chew bourbon.
It could be.
Dude, if Big League Chew made a bourbon gum, I'd be chewing that all day.
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
I get a lot of, like I said, I get a bubblegum sweetness. I definitely get some caramel and vanilla.
Big League Chew, yeah. I mean, as you really get in there, the bubble gum starts to kind of dissipate, and you start getting more of the traditional bourbon notes here.
Yeah.
I do get
It's kind of as weird as it sounds. It's got a creamy smelling nose. As weird as that may sound, it smells like it would be creamy, like a creamy vanilla to it.
Yeah,
I do pick up a little bit of citrus though too.
This again, I'm getting a good rye hint in here too.
Yeah,
there's a little bit of rye there.
The citrus from.
Yeah, not as much oak on this.
Haha, Peter White said Kentucky, Big League Kentucky Chew. That's perfect, Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, Carl H just came in with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Carl. You're going to get a nice smash right here, buddy. And that's for you, Carl H. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Scott Comics said Columbus just tied it up 3-3. Wow. Columbus hanging in with Tampa. Jeez.
Yeah. And Tampa, they're a powerhouse.
Yeah, they're beasts, man.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going for a sip of this. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
Do it.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Oh. Damn, that's good.
Yeah.
Why
that is pure like God, that's like vanilla extract with some caramel. Wow.
It's just got that little bit of spice that hits you on your tongue too.
Right on the very, very, very end.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that peppery note starts to kind of kick in on the back end. Sweet up front. Boy.
Columbus just scored 4-3. Wow. They just tied it on. They took the lead. That's crazy. Blow a bubble, Bayou Dram says, I dare you. If I had gum, I would.
Boy, that's very.
Looks like Troy Nelson is asking you ABV percent guess.
Oh, boy.
I don't think this is as high as the first one.
I don't know. I think this is going to be one of those ones that's fooling us a little bit.
You think it's drinking lower than it is?
Mm-hmm.
Peter White said, "Can I change to B?"
Nice. I don't know. My guess would be the first one drank hot, like I would guess high proof, but this, for some reason, the quality of the bourbon leads me to believe that it's a higher proof, but just doesn't drink as hot. I'm gonna guess. I don't know. I'm gonna say 115, roughly, something like that.
I would say like 10, 110, maybe 107, around that area. 105, between 1 and 110.
Yeah.
I would say it's teetering in there. But the A drank a little hotter for me.
Yeah, A for sure drank hot. Like I would guess that one was probably at least again like, well, okay, maybe this is, I'm gonna say 110 to 115. That's what I'm gonna say B is. I think A was above 120. I think.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. A might have come in so hot at first that B might just be a little bit, kind of affected by A's like power. So maybe B's coming off just a little bit softer for us.
Yeah, that
when I first smelled B, because when Dan sent me the sample, a little bit was leaking out of the sample bottle, and and when I was smelling the liquid that was like leaking out a little bit, it smelled like chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah, that was the thing. That was the interesting part with B now. Like as the finish is kind of developed on this, you still on the back end pick up some chocolate type of notes as well on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I would guess this is some kind of Four Roses, actually.
Oh, you think so, hey?
Yeah. If I had to guess, some kind of Four Roses.
That's probably not a bad guess.
Only because there's a slight I don't know if it's a rye note or there's something I've been getting on Four Roses lately, and I just feel like I'm getting in this glass. Now, it could be one of the 10 different mash bills. I don't know, but it just also has that flavor profile. It just has a really beautiful balance, a nice sweetness. It's got a little bit of a spice to it. It reminds me of a really good Four Roses, like a Barrel Select.
I really like that as well.
Jason Estelle said, so looking forward to the Four Roses release on 4/17. Hell yeah, buddy. Me too. Yeah. I'm working my connections to try to get me a bottle as fast as it's supposedly it's being released in Kentucky first, and then it's going to start sprawling out from there. So I don't know how true or not that is. That's what their press release said. So we'll see how it goes.
What was the release date on that again?
April 17th. So, yeah, very soon. Yeah, this is almost, Matt Bailey said light mint. Yeah, it's almost minty. So I feel like, yeah, man, I don't know. Getting a mintiness to it. So my guess, I'm going Four Roses Barrel Select for my guess.
What about you, Scotty? What's your guess?
I'm kind of in the Four Roses camp as well with that. Boy, there's this really strong like vanilla note to it that comes out. This like vanilla and honey note.
I love the finish on this bourbon. It is just it's unreal. I mean, it is like a pure candy, vanilla, caramel.
Yeah.
And then and then a lingering spice. It's beautiful.
You know what's starting to kind of come to my mind a little bit is like for the Four Roses, like some of the limited edition stuff that they did, that this has that nice, like, creamy, spicy vanilla note. So, I mean, my guess would be, if I'm guessing, I'm going to say this is some Four Roses limited edition. I don't know which one, but that's what I'm going to go with. A
Four Roses LE, you're saying? Now remember, Dan sent us one of those in one of the blind.
Yeah, he did. I don't think he would send us the same one again. But
no, he's definitely not sending the same one. But it has that. No. I understand what you're saying, though.
Yeah, because that's the. Now here's the strange thing. I don't know about you, Jason, but I kind of went back and nosed it a little bit, and a little bit of nuttiness came out on it.
On B?
Yeah. You get it at all?
Yeah, I could get a little hint to that, but it's not very strong.
No.
But that sweet characteristic is just overpowering it. So, hey, what's up, Jack of all blades? He said he was watching Party Source with Jo and Mike whiskey review, different bourbon Jack and Cokes. His favorite is Lafroy 10 and Coke. Whoa, that is a smooth
boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Eric Waite, is your video on finished bourbons coming out soon? I'm posting a video on whiskey finishing on Saturday. Eric, wait, I'm shooting that next week. I just got the Blood Oath rum bourbon. It's finished in rum cast. So there's a few that I'm trying as kind of my favorites before I make the video because there's so many. So yeah, I'm working on a kind of a not like a bracket thing like I did for March Madness, but I am doing a kind of a finished bourbon shootout. So
yeah, it's a good idea with all of them that are out there nowadays. It's a really nice.
There's some real good ones too. All right, so that's Four Roses. All right, Dan, you want to do another giveaway? Do you have a question yet?
No.
Scotty, you have a question?
No, I don't have a question. I'll have to think of one here.
Rarebird 101. Yes, Revival is in there because I love Revival.
Can I have somebody pick a number that I'm thinking of right now?
What?
And then I can pick a number I'm thinking of.
Pick a number I'm thinking of?
We'll do rock, paper, scissors. How's that?
Yeah. Captain Make It Happen says, oh, seeing that Balcones pot still burning behind. Yeah. I'm actually a big fan of it, Captain. It's good stuff. All right, so let me see here. Let me think of a question real quick. Trying to think.
Everybody's putting numbers in.
I like how.
Heck, let's do it. Let's roll with a number. As soon as I see the number that I'm thinking of,
wait, give him a range. We could be here all night, dude.
Wow, okay. Let's go between
1 and
30. 1 and 30.
1 and 30. Okay, 1 and 30, and go.
Go. All right. And so far, I'm looking at the. Okay, so some people are trying to figure out 54. Nope, not between 1 and 30.
Whoa.
I'm watching. I haven't seen it yet.
17, 24, 19, 23, 14.
No, I'm watching. I haven't seen it yet. They're getting there. Between 1 and 30.
Oh my God.
Vegas Art got it. 13.
Vegas Art, 13?
Vegas Art. So send Jason your information. He'll get it to me. I'll get you a sample of something. So 13, the reason I was choosing 13 because good old Dan Marino was my favorite football player growing up. So that's my
there you go.
That's my number 13. So
nice.
All right, Vegas Art. Drop your Vegas Art. Drop your email in the chat. We'll go back and I'll grab it and then I'll give it to Scott and he'll send you out something.
I do like Joe F. The answer 1.6.
Very cool.
Oh, that's good.
All right, let's get into C, buddy. Here we go. You ready?
Yep, let's get into C. All right. Ooh, boy.
Wow, there's a lot of that's the oakiest that I've smelled so far.
Yeah, that is some heavy oak. Boy, it's a lot of caramel on that too.
Mm-hmm.
Little bit of nuttiness. You getting that? Anybody get that?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. It's almost as much like nuttiness as like a peanut butter. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's super nutty characteristic. Makes me think already automatically of some kind of Knob Creek or Bean type thing.
I'm pulling out.
You do get some nuttiness too a little bit though on Heaven Hill stuff.
Yeah,
a little bit of berries in it there.
Brandon Weiss said, "Don't forget to have Vegas Selector's Choice." Actually, Brandon, this one's going to come from from Scott. So Scott's just going to send him something good.
Yep, I'll send you something good.
Let's get any berries on this one.
Yeah, there's a fruitiness character. Yeah. Kind of. There's a it smells like trail mix to me.
Really?
It's got like nuts and fruit. And
I'm getting a lot of vanilla on this one too. Is there any chance that this is what am I thinking of? Not the H. Taylor barrel proof, the Elijah Craig barrel proof.
Mm.
Boy, any chance of that?
Joseph Brazo said Willet is nutty too. Yeah, Willet does have a very good peanutty characteristic.
I don't have a lot of experience with Willet stuff, so I wouldn't even probably be able to pick that out, to be honest.
Willet rye, yes. Willet bourbon for me, not really, but it is very, very nutty. But well, I mean, Noah's Mill and Rowan's Creek, you know, those come across as like pure peanut butter to me.
Yeah. Man, this is really, really peanutty. I mean, I would narrow it down to 2 distilleries. It's either Heaven Hill or Beam, one of the two.
All right, I'm going for a sip.
Wow. Man.
What the hell is that? I mean, that didn't even come close to what the nose smelled like.
Do you honestly get like a Coca-Cola taste, like a cola taste on this?
What?
I don't even know. I wonder if this is his funky blend.
This is like pure caramel syrup and cherry, like a ton of cherry.
Yeah, that's a lot. It is a lot of cherry.
Wow. It's extremely mouth coating. It's just sticking around.
Yeah. That was the thing I was thinking. It's very, very oily for sure.
I totally take back my guess on this being any sort of Willet. This does not taste like anything Willet.
Boy.
This one to me, I mean, it just like I didn't get any citrus on this one really on the nose. I got more berries, but I get the citrus on the palate. It's just sitting right on the sides of my tongue here.
I would say this is a pretty high proof. I would say this is you're definitely in that 115, 110 and above range. Just because the way it's coating the palate, you could feel it. It's got a good proof to it.
Man, that chocolate that starts to develop on the back end is starting to get crazy.
The back of the palate and the way it finishes is incredible. It's so strange because I'm not getting much flavor on the front. It's all on the back.
Yeah.
It's
crazy.
It
is. It is. It's very, very interesting from that standpoint that it's not a lot of flavor up front, but it's all mid to back palate and the finish is nice.
It's all in the finish for me.
It's all finish. It's really all finish. And it's every time I sip it, it changes. It's first I was getting that kind of that cherry cola type aspect to it that you were talking about, but the second sip was more like it was like caramel and vanilla and like baked cookies and then I went back to it for a third sip and then it changed again to chocolate. It's like this forever evolving finish on it. It's crazy.
Boy, that's fantastic. Whatever that is.
This has been. I'm not trying to sway anybody's decision, but this is a fantastic pour here.
I don't even know what to guess that is because I've never. That's really.
I mean, this could be some like old stuff he's got or something too. You know, this is a very unique.
This is like nectar of the gods type stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really, really.
The finish and the taste on this is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Well, I'm making it easy for these guys in the chat to pick their next dram that they're going to win because it's phenomenal. Wow.
I'm gonna wait for Dan to ask the question. I'm gonna try to answer it.
I still don't have one.
I got one for the next one. Right. I wouldn't say it's Wild Turkey. I would not say this is Wild Turkey at all because it doesn't have that.
I don't.
It just doesn't have like that cinnamon cherry. Like there is a cherry in it, but it's more of like a cherry concentrate, more of like a cherry extract. It's almost like what you ever have like an old fashioned mix with the demerara sugar and the cherry, and you put it's like that's what I'm getting on the finish. It's crazy, but this is not a mixed drink. It's a pure bourbon, so it's to get those flavors on the finish is really incredible.
Yeah,
that's good. I don't even have a guess for that. I'm just gonna say whatever the hell that is. That's an awesome bottle.
Boy, yeah, that's really, really fantastic.
I was quite surprised when I tried this for the first time.
We're gonna chalk that up to Notes of Good.
Yeah, that's Lou said old bookers.
Richie Z's in the house. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for coming.
Hey, Richie.
William Davalar saying sounds like a finished cast strength. I don't know if it's finished.
No, I don't think that's finished either.
I would, William, that's a good question because I was thinking about that. That could it be finished because of that finish on it? That just keeps going and changing. I mean, maybe. I wouldn't rule it out, but it's so good. All right, for the next question to pick, whoever's in the chat's going to pick letter C. I can guarantee that one. So my favorite team in baseball is the New York Mets. So when I was growing up, 86, the Mets won the World Series. If none of you remember that, I'm sorry, but
here's a bit of a trivia question for you, Jason. What was the popular song in 1986 when the Mets were going to the World Series? What did they play all the time?
Let's Go Mets.
Yeah, who was the popular artist that they constantly played the song of?
Who was the artist they always played?
Yeah. They played it like I mean during that whole run in the playoffs.
Oh, because they already had I don't remember what that song was. They did have their own they had their own song which I thought they always played.
All I remember, and I was living on the East Coast at that time as well, and all I can remember is "Dancing on the Ceiling" by Lionel Richie.
Yeah. Oh, there you go.
That's all it was.
Hey, what's up, Rob from Whiskey in the Six in the house? How you doing, Rob?
Hey, Rob.
Actually, Matt Bailey already answered my question. I was gonna ask what my favorite player in the '86 team was, and he wrote Darryl Strawberry, and that's absolutely right, Matt Bailey. So, congrats, Matt. He just threw it out there and got it. Crazy. Yeah. So Darryl Strawberry was my favorite player on the '86 Mets. I got to meet him actually a couple times. I got very lucky.
Well, part of my other number 13 would have been Donnie Baseball. I was a Yankee fan growing up, so that was my guy.
So. Mattingly, that was my mother. That was my mother. That was my favorite player.
Yeah, he was 23, not 13.
Hey, Bourbon Junkies in the house. How you doing, buddies? What's up, guys?
Hey, guys.
I'm not sure if it's both of you at one.
Junkies.
Nice to see you, man. Good job. Yeah, I know Darryl Strawberry, cocaine. He had his issues, but the guy. I love when I'm a kid growing up. I'm not worried about that. I just want him to hit home runs. Go Habs. Gary Carter was one of my other favorites. I have a ball for him. I love Gary Carter too. Matt Bailey. I'll hit you on Instagram and Matt Bailey. I'm guessing I'm gonna venture a guess that you're gonna want a sample of letter C, Matt Bailey.
Man, that is really good. That's a hard one to pick out. It's a very unique profile, that's for sure.
Yeah, Matt Bailey wants C. Yep. Okay, you got it, buddy. I'll send that over to Dan, and he'll get you that tram. All right, perfect.
So A and C are coming from me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Vegas Art is getting it from Scott, and then I'll give away the next one too. So
hey, for you guys, I don't have as much experience with Belle Meade. Is there any chance it could be that? I don't know that profile very well. So
what was it, Scott?
Jeff Lovett asked, could it be Belle Meade for C that we had?
I don't know. That's Belle Meade is a high rye bourbon, and this is not coming off as a high rye.
This is going to be something that you are not familiar with at all.
Oh, so we got a clue. So no matter what we get, that's why I'm not guessing because I don't know what the hell it is.
I mean, it's such a unique profile that for me, I think it's something old. I think it's different. It doesn't have the profile of something nowadays. You know, like when we did the one with you, Jason, when you had that. What was the old one that was in there? The 80. The Ancient Age. That was very different. Like Dan and I were all over the place, and now I feel like I'm all over the place. Like I'm like back to being like in Dusty Dan mode. So Like I smell like a little bit of something funky on this thing. Like I'm guessing it's something older.
I don't know. I'm not getting that dusty like nose on it. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm gonna say this is I'm gonna go back decades. I'm just gonna say it's some 80s bourbon. I don't know. That's my guess. I don't know what it is, but
yeah. Actually, who called it out here? The William Davalar said it sounds like a special store pick. That's gonna be my guess. It's some crazy store pick that brand I've never had. So
all right. I'm going with some 80s pick. I don't know what it is.
Let's go to D here.
All right.
Hey, Rob for Whiskey in the Six. I know who's excited for Game of Thrones on Sunday. I cannot wait.
I might be one of the only people who've never seen one episode of that.
Oh, dear Lord, Scott, you hurt my heart.
Sorry, I'm not a big dragons and wizards kind of guy. So I steered a little bit away, and I don't know.
First of all, it's not dragons and wizards; it's dragons and boobs. There's a big difference.
Okay, sorry. All right. Well, now I need to tune in, I guess.
Oh, is the game over? Did the Blue Jackets beat the Lightning? Holy crap. That's awesome.
What do you guys,
I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. John Watson, he's with me. He doesn't watch it either, I guess.
Yeah, and Go Habs wrote, what is Game of Thrones? I don't know if he's being facetious or not. Tammy Brennick, like, you need to
Tammy's giving me, she's giving me, oh, man.
Yeah. So D for me, right off the bat, I think is some kind of brown Foreman something right off the bat.
Yeah, that could be. You know what? And here's another thing with brown Foreman, it's always dark like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. It's always a dark color.
Yeah, they're always, even though it's not overly aged, they're always dark like this. So that was my thought right away. This is some kind of.
I mean, I know you guys talked about getting some cherry cola notes on some things.
There's serious cherry cola in here.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's could this be possibly, I don't know, maybe a 1920?
Rob said it was a huge comeback, foreshadowing for the Starks. Yes, Rob, the Starks will have their revenge.
I get cherry cola. I get orange peel.
There's cherry cola. There's orange.
Yeah.
There's bitter. There's bitter chocolate. There's such a deep, rich, like a marzipan, like a really heavy almond caramel flavor.
Yeah, I'm not getting that banana note though.
My Lord, that's delicious on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is a really, really nice
Joseph Brazo said birthday bourbon, but you had sent us the newest birthday bourbon, 18, and one of the last ones we did. Actually, I think it was the same flight you sent us the Colonel Taylor, and that one almost won. That one was really good, unless this is an older one, but.
Well, this smells hotter than what they barrel the birthday bourbons at, because it's not a very high proof bourbon. And this smells like it's got a little bit of heat to it.
Cap and make it happen. So a dessert. Just say dessert. Yeah, it's a dessert.
Yeah, it really is. So far on the nose, it's exactly.
Yeah, I get really descriptive with my my food analogies. All right, I got to try this stuff. Cheers, man.
All right, let's go.
Cheers.
Oh. Yeah, that hasn't swayed me either. I still think that's something brown Foreman, but that's delicious.
You know what I was just thinking? Even if it wasn't brown Foreman, with that heat, this could be some kind of Knob Creek pick.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I'm not getting enough of a nutty character to it though.
Yeah, I thought I got a little bit of one, but not overly nutty.
Unless it's just a really different type of, a lot of picks can be so off profile. You never know. This also reminds me of could be some kind of a Michter's. Michter's toasts their barrels before entry on all their bourbons, and rye. So they have a similar scent that I get like from brown Foreman.
It seems too dark for Michter's for some reason,
Whiskey in the Six said, on my third dry night in a row, you guys are killing me. Oh, yeah. If it makes you feel any better, Rob, I haven't actually had a drink in a couple days, so hasn't been too bad.
Same here, actually.
Rob just recently drank the on his live stream last week. He did the Jack Daniel's barrel proof. I love that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good stuff there, man.
I'm going for another sip of this because
Yeah,
this is really, really good.
I still
get some of that nuttiness. I think it's some Knob Creek pick. That's what I think.
This is just dessert in a glass. That's all it is. Just dessert. It's amazing. It's so good.
I think it's a Knob Creek single barrel. I think that's all of 120 proof.
I don't feel like it's drinking that hot though.
Neither do I. But I think that's been recently some of the consistency of some of those Knob Creek single barrels. They're not drinking super hot like that.
I don't know, man. Is this one of those old fangled Nodder bourbon picks? That's it's delicious, whatever it is. You're saying Knob Creek, Scott? I'm gonna say it's something from Brown Foreman. I don't know what. I'm just gonna say something from Brown Foreman.
All right.
And this is where Dan laughs at us and points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
13 year KC store picks. I mean, you know what? If this is like a 13, 14-year-old Knob Creek store pick, I could get on that because the nuttiness kind of goes away a little bit and it just gets more deep and rich on the flavor. So I could see why you would think that.
Yeah. And a lot of these new ones that they're barreling now, like there was one that they just did local by us that I'm waiting to get. I think it's like 14 years, 4 or 5 months. So some pretty good age to some of these things. And some of the ones I've had recently just have not been drinking nearly that hot at all. So that's what leads me to think it's that. So
yeah, it's really good.
Boy, that is really, really good.
I'm sorry. I'm just like looking around my room to see what the hell this could be.
Yeah.
So good.
Well, knowing Dan, he's got all these different picks and stuff. So it's not going to be some off the shelf thing. That's what leads me to believe that this is.
This is this isn't like this isn't like Woodford double oaked. I don't think it's that at all.
No.
But all right, so we're getting close to 10 here. So what do you say we rank these babies? This is not going to be a very tough ranking for me.
I think we might vary a little bit here. We could.
You think so?
Maybe. Actually, the longer that D develops in the finish, I start to pull out a little bit of like maple in it, a little maple syrup note there.
Oh hell yeah! I'm definitely getting maple in there. Getting like Lego my ego. It's like waffles and stuff. Eric waits. Could it be Weller foolproof? Exactly, foolproof. Man.
Yeah, foolproof. Yeah.
That's good. By the way, if nobody has seen Eric Waite's Weller 114 review on Eric Waite's channel, Eric Waite Whiskey Studies, you need to go watch it. So, hey, Rick Haskew just came in with a $1.99 super chat. Free to me from YouTube, so just pass it along. Thank you so much, Rick. I really appreciate that, man. And you get a cymbal crash.
There you go.
Thanks so much, Rick. I really appreciate that. Thanks for the support, buddy. Really, thank you. All right. So what do you have as your number 4?
So my number 4, I've got A is my number 4.
Oh, that's what I had.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. What do you have as number 3?
I have B as number 3.
So do I. What do you have as I think this is where we could vary. What do you have as number 2?
Yeah, this is where I've gone back and forth a little bit, and I think I'm no,
you can't hedge. Are you hedging?
Oh, I am a little bit. I'm flip flopping on these two, but I'm gonna stick with what I have written down, and I'm gonna go with D. I'm gonna go with D as number 2.
Okay, so we flip flop. D was my number one because D is C. If C had more of a flavor punch on the front, like it does on the back end, then I'd probably pick that number one. But D just has like everything like all together. So
it could really be. I mean, C and D for me were like 1A, 1B type deal.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
both really good. So
all right. So before we reveal what's in each of these glasses, I'm gonna give away one more sample from my collection. And I think I'm trying to think of either of you guys think of a question yet? I think I have one, but if you guys have one, no.
No.
No. Okay. Let me see here. So I'm trying to think to one of my last reviews. What one of the bottles that I did.
Peter White says, "Great, the A blows."
Sorry, Pete.
Well, we'll see what they are. We'll see what they are.
This is the best part. That drum roll is coming here pretty soon. So this is gonna be
definitely, absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
So,
what about a baseball? What about a baseball question? Go Habs ask. What about a baseball question?
Oh no. So this is what I'll do. So I mentioned earlier in the stream that my favorite hockey team is the Rangers. So in '94, that's after 40 years of waiting, 1940, the Rangers won the Stanley Cup. Who was my favorite player on the '94 Rangers? First one to call it out wins a sample, and I'll let you know what your choices are.
Can I guess?
I think going back through some of these blind tastings, it seems like D wins more than any other letter.
Yeah. Well, maybe set it up that way. Everyone's saying Messier was not Messier. Was not. I loved Mark Messier, absolutely, but he wasn't my favorite player.
Wayne Gretzky.
Tony Nelson got it. Brian Leach, absolutely. Tony Nelson.
Brian Leach, one of the greatest defensemen of all time.
Yeah, Brian Leach, man. I love Brian Leach. That dude was my favorite player. I love Brian Leach.
That was my favorite. That was my favorite hockey team as well. I'm a Ranger guy as well.
Yeah, Doug Kristoff wrote Darryl Strawberry again.
Yeah, I saw that.
That was awesome. All right, Tony Nelson. So I'm going to give you a choice, buddy. So, Tony, I'll give you a choice of. I don't know if you're a Scotch guy too, but I'll give you a choice of 3 of these right here. I'll either give you a choice of the brand new Blood Oath Pact 5 bourbon that just came out. This also just came out. This is the 2019 version, the release from Michter's, the limited barrel strength rye, or I'll give you a sample of the Ardbeg drum. So Tony Nelson, you pick what you want, buddy. And so let's see.
Look at Antonio. He says, "Dang, I need to stop watching golf and start watching hockey."
Yeah. Let's see, Jason. I think Tony's thinking about it. Oh no, he wants the Blood Oath. You got it, buddy.
All right.
Just so you guys know, that's going to be my next review. I'm filming that review tomorrow, and that'll be posted Friday, so you guys get to see the review for the Blood Oath Pact. I'm probably going to do the Michter's right after that one, and then I'm going to do the Ardbeg Drum after that one, followed by the William Heaven Hill 16 year. So I think those are my next 4 reviews coming up. So, all right. So Blood Oath Pact. Tony Nelson, just drop your email in the chat when you get a chance, and I will contact you and get it out to you. So awesome. All right. The moment we've been waiting for, the big reveal. So letter A was our last place pick, and even though it was very good, we both guessed it's some kind of a Russell's. So Dan, this is your time to laugh and point at us. What is it?
Well, you guys were kind of close. It's actually a
drum roll.
Wild Turkey.
Oh,
Kentucky Spirit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
interesting. All right.
All right,
this
so
one
we
was,
were in the ballpark.
Yeah. I had a bottle of another single barrel one of these, and it tastes completely different from this one here. And this is from the staff at Market View Liquors. That's where this was picked from. So
Boy, I had one not long ago. It was so much honey. It was unbelievable. As much honey
Yeah.
as I'd ever had in one.
yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that
Yeah.
was Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit. What
Yeah.
what Rick House was that aged in? Does it say?
Rick House number. It's older. Maybe 7 or 9.
Oh wow. Okay. Hey, Doug Chrisoff just came in with a $10 super chat. Wow, thank you so much, Doug. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. Gonna throw you a cymbal crash. Thank you so much, Doug. Thank you for the support, for watching tonight. We've had a good time. Thanks for coming in and watching. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's an important thing for a lot of the guys who do all the reviews and all that. I mean, I know I do them too, but it's important that everybody who's in here follows and subscribes to all these guys. We all appreciate this stuff like very much. I mean, we enjoy doing all the reviews, and any bit of love that we all get, we greatly appreciate it. So thanks to everybody out there.
Yeah. Again, thanks so much. I saw a comment come in here. Where is it that I just saw? I'm looking forward to what you think of the Ardbeg drum. Yeah. Oh yeah, Scotch Comics said 101, Wild Turkey 101. So yeah, you were in the same family. I mean, they only have one mash bill except for the rye.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing what they do. Take care, Eric. Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate it.
Here.
All right, so thanks, Bourbon Junkies. Appreciate that, man. Thanks. All right, so let's go to B. So this was the one that I said was 4 Roses, and you said maybe it was an LE 4 Roses. So
yeah,
let's see what we got. So you're
All
on
right.
to point and laugh. What is
it? Boy, we got C smiling. I think
he's already smiling. Yeah.
The Russell's 2002.
Oh, geez.
What?
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
yep.
Man.
And Scott, I think you were really on point with the proof on this one. As it was 114.6.
What'd I say? 115.
Yeah.
That's 114.6.
Yeah.
Boy, that was there was just something about it. You could taste that it was quality. I mean, it's a very, very good bourbon. You could just tell there was something about it that
it doesn't drink as hot as
no,
it is.
that did not drink as 114 at all.
Yeah.
All right, so here would be my question regarding the 2002. Like, knowing the cost of it, is it worth that kind of price to you? You know, I mean, in comparison.
Mike M has a comment of the night. He goes, "That's what they said. 4 Russells."
Yeah, we got it. Yeah, we got it.
Yeah,
we got that. That's
Peter White, he's a little disappointed. Peter, hey, if he switches to B, can we send Peter the Russell's 2002?
Yeah.
All right, Peter, we'll send you B instead. I'll give you that one. So
yeah.
he's like,
that's all Peter gets. He only gets one more switch, so he's out of his switches at this point. So,
I mean, to me, who Moose 76 said you just got Dan Trouted.
Yeah, we got Game of Thrones Dan Trouted. Yeah,
that's good.
Holy crap!
But for me, this one is it's. Again, it doesn't drink like a higher proof does, but it's still I still think it's really good. That bubblegum nose, the sweetness.
You know what? I've had a pour this, but I don't remember it being that sweet. Maybe because it's down a little bit in the bottle.
It could, yeah.
I just don't remember it being that sweet.
And I didn't remember any of that bubblegum note in it from. Now, it was probably close to a year and a half ago that I had it, but boy, I don't remember that bubblegum note like that either.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
All right.
Russell's. Bourbon Junkie says Russell's 2002 is front seat whiskey, gents. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, Bourbon Sane? Chris is in the house. How you doing?
Hey, Chris.
And again, like, just so some of the viewers know, like, I mean, some of these things I'm pulling out of here. I mean, you know, Russell's the 2002 is a fantastic bourbon. So just because it placed, you know, second to last, it doesn't mean that it's not.
That's exactly the truth. I mean, these things by themselves, if we weren't doing any comparison, we'd be happier than pigs in you know what drinking any of these. They're all fantastic pours. So
yeah,
I mean, they are all, you know.
But it's just, but it does show you. It does show you when you put certain whiskeys next to each other in a row, it affects it, and you can definitely pick out different flavors and different things that you haven't. You know, if you go to a bar or go to a friend's house and somebody puts that Russell's 2002 in front of you, gives you a pour, you're going to be sipping on this stuff, and you know, honestly, if you're a bourbon person, you're going to love it. It's an amazing bourbon, but you factor some of these other whiskeys that are out there into it, it makes you think. It makes you think price. It makes you think availability. Russell's 2002 is what, $250 retail?
Yeah.
I mean, that's an expensive bourbon. And, you know, in all of these, C and D, actually, you know, me and Scott picked over it. So we were, you know, it goes to show you what, you know, when it's on its own and you have kind of the lore and the excitement and the adrenaline is going like, oh my God, I'm about to sip Russell's 2002, even though it's an amazing bourbon, there's other stuff next to it that could change that. And that's why doing blinds is so cool. Holy crap, Risk Haskew. Wow, $19.99. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. That's really, really generous, man. Rick Haskew, keep up the good work and content. Thank you so much. You get a nice loud crash, man. Thank you so much, Rick. That's very generous of you. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Rick. We appreciate that.
All right, so let's go to letter C now, and let's see what we get. Here we go.
So was letter C, was that, Jason, was that your second and Scott's first? Or was that
correct? Yep, that's fine.
This is Scott's first place and my second place. And
so now this one,
we didn't guess this one because it was so freaking unique. So
this was different.
All right. So this one is actually from the Bourbon Pursuit series.
Really?
This is from what I understand, and I'm pretty sure it's been confirmed. This is actually Dickel juice here.
That's Dickel?
Did someone say that before?
What I've heard, that is correct.
Boy, that didn't have any of that profile to me at all. That was C?
That was C.
Did I say Dickel on C? I feel like I said Dickel somewhere.
I don't remember. This one is 114 proof though, and it's 9 years.
Wow. And that's just a pure George Dickel pick.
I again, they haven't just because of what I guess these guys do, they can't come out and say where it came from what I understand. But I'm pretty certain it's Dickel. So
Einhorn is Dickel. Dickel is Einhorn. ADHD.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh man. I just want to. That's amazing. You know what? I know you've been getting a couple of these, Dan, and I had a feeling you were going to throw one of those in here. I just had no idea which one it would be. I just don't have enough experience with George Dickel stuff, so
yeah.
I mean, I know
this is so good though.
People badmouth like Dickel like all the time, and I don't get it. Like, I mean, I really like whatever that profile is. People always say so much of it has this like Flintstone vitamin like note and stuff to it, but I don't really ever get that.
It's a mineral taste to it, which sometimes can overtake the sweetness, which is what people like in bourbon. Like, you know, most people like that sweetness in a bourbon. Yeah. They add that little bit of a mineral character to it, or even the high rye bourbons that have, you know, a little bit more of a pickle or dill note. You know, it kind of takes away from that sweetness. So some people don't like that. So I mean, I get it.
And I will say,
here's one thing I would say for anybody watching in the chat right now. If as much as we like this one, if you like that kind of profile, this is very, very similar to what the new Smooth Ambler single barrel tastes like.
Oh yeah,
very much.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Very much. I mean, now knowing that it's that, and kind of going back and drinking it, it does give a little bit of that profile. But man, that's very, very similar to the new Smooth Ambler, which is sourced Dickel juice.
Actually, Peter White made a good point. Peter White said barrel bourbon is Dickel as well. I think with some MGP blended in. Yeah, I know they use a good amount of Dickel in their blends. That's why, I like, some of the barrel bourbon blends too. And also, let me see who said it.
Hey Dan, what series is this one? Was that Pursuit series? What was that one?
This one was at number 3. I was actually fortunate enough to try all of the series, and there are some that are actually surprisingly better than this one. In my opinion.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. But this one was pretty good for sure.
Brian Brennicky sent me a sample of I think number 1, and it was really good.
Yeah. It was good.
I'm a big fan of the Dickel Barrel Select. Some of those are really good too. If you haven't had those, that's what she said. Yeah, you can't say Dickel without kind of having a little smile there. Before we reveal the last the winning or the last dram of the night here, letter D, I want to call out a few channels that are in the chat here. I know Rob Whiskey in the 6, Bourbon Sane, Chris, Bourbon Junkies. Obviously, Scott, My Bourbon Journey, who's on with us tonight. Trying to think if there was anyone else that came in here. Eric Waite, who was in earlier. Whiskey Quest, Antonio. All these guys, if you haven't checked out their channels and subscribed, please go check them out. A lot of them are doing amazing stuff. We have so much good content out there right now to watch for bourbon and whiskey. So definitely check it out, guys. So, I Whiskey, She Wines.
Yeah, they're really funny. They're doing a good job.
Yeah, man, they are hysterical. I Whiskey, She Wine. I love Sam's reactions to some of the stuff she's drinking. Crazy stuff. It's just so funny. So, all right, with that, it's drum roll time. It is time to reveal letter D, the last one. This was my number 1.
Knob Creek.
You guess Knob Creek. I guess something from Brown Foreman. So let's see what it is.
All right,
Scotty, you were on, buddy.
Woo!
Scotty got it. What is it? Knob Creek?
This is the pick from the Bourbon Enthusiast.
Oh, how old is that baby?
This one is 14 years.
That's a 14-year. Wow.
Yeah, it's Warehouse L, floor 5.
All right, that'll be interesting. I've got one coming that's a 14-year and some months. So I'll be very interested to see how that compares to this, because
some of the picks that he's picked is, I mean, he has a Russell's that's really good. This Knob Creek is phenomenal.
Yeah.
He does a really good job.
This thing is absolutely unreal. Yeah. Bourbon Junkies saying, wow, Knob Creek single barrel greater than Russell's 2002. That's super interesting. Yeah, absolutely. Hands down.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're it wasn't even close for me. I mean, this Joshua Fetter, it's a bourbon enthusiast pick. Yeah. Josh, it's a 14-year-old Knob Creek single barrel pick. Is it 120 or is it a little higher? Is it right at 120?
It's right at 120.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, $40. 40. What is that? A $50 pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that versus a $250 Russell's 2002. There you go.
Yeah.
Brian Brennicky with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. Have a few 14-year knobs, one of the best values in bourbon today. I could not agree with that statement more. Between the Russell's picks and the Knob Creek picks coming out, insane stuff for the price. Yeah. Brian, for you get a nice cymbal crash. Thank you so much, buddy. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I have my Scooby Snacks pick, which I haven't cracked yet. But here she is, right here. This is out of New Orleans. This is 14 years and 3 months old. Floor 5, rack 31, right in the middle of the warehouse. So this one should be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see the one I got.
Stuff that he's
$40.
Yeah,
a lot of the stuff that he's picked has just been on point. I don't know if anybody follows him on Instagram or is a Patreon of his, but he does. I actually just picked up a double oaked from him that was a pick as well. So he does a fantastic job of picking some stuff. So
yeah. How many guys is he picking with, do you think? Handful?
That I don't know, but I know that he does offer people to go and do barrel picks with him through his Patreon. So
yeah.
But I mean, he just does a fantastic job. I mean, everything I've tried of his has just been on point. So
yeah.
Bayou Drams is asking me where in New Orleans did I get this? This is in Hocus Pocus Liquor and Wines. That's where I got it. I heard a bunch of great stuff about. Hey, Fight for Sound just came in. How you doing, man? We're wrapping up, but thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. So yeah, man, this was another amazing blind taste test provided by Dan the Man Trout. Really appreciate it. As you can see, we got to taste some really amazing whiskeys tonight, and that's always the fun of doing this. I think in the future, our next one, I think it's Scott's turn to send it to me and Dan, because I sent one to the both of them, and Scott has so much like craft whiskey, he could really mess with us. Should be really fun.
That will definitely be. I've got some really good and unique craft whiskey that will surprise you with the profiles that some of them have. And I know, people sometimes either aren't on board all the time or, think that the craft stuff isn't always as good. But I'll tell you what, some of them really do, a really, really good job with some things. So yeah, I'll be interested to put something together to send you guys to see what you think. So that'll be a good one.
Hey, thanks everyone for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thanks, Scotch Comic. Dan, I want to say thank you. Why don't you say bye to everybody as we're signing off here?
Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks to the viewers again. You guys are great. Come up with some great content on here. Great questions and some funny comments. So thank you to all the viewers.
Yeah, the chat was awesome tonight. Yeah. Thank you, Dan. Thanks for doing this, and it's always fun to get together with you guys and do this. I think people look forward to these blind taste tests. Scott, why don't you tell everyone where they could find you?
So I've got I run the whiskey review channel, My Bourbon Journey. So hopefully, if you're not familiar with it, go check that out. My Bourbon Journey. Subscribe. I do a fair amount of craft stuff as well. So that's a little bit more unique. I know Jason does a lot of the really, really good stuff, and so I've got a little bit more of the craft stuff as well, mixed in with some other things. And then coming up in the next week, I've got an interview with Lisa Wicker, who is the head distiller for Widow Jane. So she's going to be on my channel, and we'll kind of go through a little bit of stuff with her. So trying to mix in some fun and interesting things as well. So and Dan, thanks for the samples. This was another A+ lineup. So thanks again, bud. And Jason, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. I want to thank everyone in the chat tonight. We had a really fun chat. This was awesome. It was good times. We'll definitely be contacting you about the samples. I have the Blood Oath review coming up next, followed by my Michter's, then Ardbeg Drum, and then the William Heaven Hill 16-year. Then I think after that, we're going to be getting into some Texas whiskey with Balcones and some Iron Root. So have a lot of fun stuff coming up in the next couple months. I want to thank everyone in the chat. Thank you for the super chats. Thanks for everything and the support. And I will see you guys soon. And like I always say, it's not about the whiskey. It is the people you share it with. So cheers, everyone. And I will see you next time. Take care, guys.
Cheers, guys.